This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Mezco 112 Collective Stealth Iron Man. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in your standard previews tin, done in a red and blue motif with a previews exclusive sticker on the top right. Turning the box around, we can see multiple images of the figure in multiple posing positions with his different interchangeable parts and accessories. So with the packaging out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here is Iron Man out of the box. And man, this is another really dope Iron Man figure from Mezco. I absolutely love the sculpt and paint, all the really dope accessories, and overall just another rad piece for the collection. This guy is so very well done, and since the other two Iron Man figures were in my top Mezco list of last year, I can easily see this one becoming one of my top of this year. He's truly awesome, and I cannot wait to check him out with you guys. But before we take a closer look at the figure, let's take a look at the accessories. So Iron Man does come with a ton of accessories. Starting off, he comes with 2 repulsor effect pieces, 1 arc reactor chest effect piece, 4 thruster effect pieces, 2 hit missile effects, and 2 wrist missile effects. He also comes with 6 interchangeable hands. And lastly, he also comes with a circular base stand with the arc reactor print at the top. He also comes with a clear articulated arm that articulates at 4 points with a clip, and he also comes with 2 button cell batteries. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at Stealth Iron Man. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Stealth Iron Man. Now we finally have the trio complete of our Mezco Iron Man figures, and this guy does not disappoint. He is freaking awesome. I absolutely love this piece. I really hope we get a full armory of Mezco Iron Man figures, even things like War Machine and whatnot, but excited to have this one right here. He is just awesome. The colors and the sculpt look fantastic. If you have any of the previous Iron Man figures, you'll know exactly what I mean. The sculpt is just crazy detailed, lots of panels and lining and things like that. All look really, really nice. You can see all the rivets and whatnot for those panels. The boots and the feet look awesome. Multiple peg holes at the bottom. I just think this guy looks fantastic. The like almost metal flake paint that they use for this, man, it is impressive. I really, really like that. That's part of the quality that I like and have come to expect from Mezco. This just looks really, really good. The light blues, the lighter blue, metallic blues look fantastic. Really make this thing pop, especially with the little red accents like on the chest and in the eyes. All look really freaking dope. I will say that the back looks a little boring as far as paint goes. Just because I kind of wish they had done a little more of this brighter metallic blue on the back here. Not a lot, just a little accents would have been nice, just to, you know, give it a little something back there instead of just this one solid color. So it's a little boring as far as that goes, but still overall just a badass piece, man. I really dig this. Alright, so let's take a look at some of his accessories now. So we do get the stand, which I absolutely love. I love Mezco's stands, as I've expressed many times before. I think they're just perfect for this scale with the articulated arm and whatnot. But I love how the arc reactor is printed on this, especially with these Iron Man figures. That logo really encapsulates the entire stand instead of just having a simple logo at the center and whatnot. So I think these look really, really good. So we do got some interchangeable hands with this fella. So we do got a pair of close-fisted hands. Those are the ones that come packaged in the box. We do got some more loose hands for some more stylized posing. And then we do got these more repulsor hands with the fingers more flared out. And these are great for your effects right here. So what you do is you have the repulsor hands just like so. And that repulsor actually is a peg hole. So you take one of your repulsor effect pieces, and just port that in there, and there you go, and you have his repulsor beam, which just looks really cool. I love that he comes with just so much stuff that's really cool. We also do got the wrist missiles. So what you want to do is you take your wrist like so, and we have a little slot right in there, and you could take one of these wrist missiles and just port it in there. It's a little tricky with these, and they do feel like they might break, so just be very careful. We got his wrist missiles like that, and again, I just think that's really awesome. Again, that he comes with just so much really cool stuff. You can really armor him up and just do all kinds of cool stuff. We also do got these hip missiles, so these little flaps right here can come off just like so. And if we take one of these right here, we can port them on. They are specific to each side, so that's really good. And then we have his little hip missiles flaring out like that. Again, it's just really awesome to get so much stuff. And stuff like this really makes me excited in hopes that we can get an actual war machine, and just seeing all the stuff that he would come with would just be like freaking really insane. So I like that a ton. We also do get these thruster effects, which was really nice. So you can port that in the same hand, like so, for flight poses and things like that. That's really cool. Or you can even put them in the feet, which is really nice. So you get them in the heel like so. And if you really want to get them more, even more thrust, you put a second one in there and just really give them going on through that. I think that's awesome that we have all these different display options for that, like so. What I really do like is that we get this faceplate able to come off. It's just really nice, and it totally reveals the Tony Stark head. Now, I know some people aren't a big fan of that particular head, the way it looks. I think it looks good. I really do like it. I think they did a great job with that. It just looks really clean, and the paint apps look really nice. I love the fact that inside of the mask, they put a little sticker in there so you can see his like circuitry and his monitor and whatnot. It looks really cool. And since there is a magnet on top of that, you can just stick that on top of the helmet like so, and I think that looks really nice. I know we had some issues with the Mark 42. That faceplate was really hard to come off. But since then, the standard release and this previous one, that faceplate comes off really smooth, so I like that a ton. We also do get this lighting effect piece, so you can take this back off right here. And we have this whole panel with a little screw, and you can put the 2 button cell batteries that it comes with on like so, and flip the switch and turn that around, and boom, you can see how his arc reactor actually lights up really nice. So if you turn off the lights, we have this really bright red effect that just looks really cool. And man, I'm a big fan of how that came out. It just looks so nice. And again, if you have the lights off, it just works even better. So we can take this piece off right here. So I get a little screwdriver and pull off the little panel like so. You see it like that. And then we can get the chest blast effect piece. And it has a little flap like that. That goes towards the bottom. You can peg that in. And then boom, now you have it with this arc reactor blast just coming off really strong. I think it looks dope. And then turn off the lights like so. And you can see how awesome that really looks. So I think that's really freaking dope, man. I think Mezco just kills it with these Iron Man figures with stuff like that. LED feature and things like so. I think that's just so awesome with just a ton of cool stuff. And again, man, I really hope at some point we do get a War Machine, because stuff like this, man, that's going to be a beast of an action figure. Alright, so now I want to take a look at the articulation here. So the head and the neck are on ball joints, so he rolls around very nice. Does turn left and right. Looks up about that far, which is pretty good. I wish you could do a little more. I'm always a big fan of flying characters looking like pretty much straight up, but that's pretty decent. Looks all the way down about that far, which is pretty nice, and pivots side to side, so that's really good. Arms can go full 360, up and out about that far. Rotation at the bicep. We got a double jointed elbow, but it only bends just past 90. Pretty good though. I still like that. Rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. We do get a double ball peg in the midsection going into his chest and to his crotch area, so that rolls around pretty decent. Not a whole lot, but still pretty good. Pivot side to side, crunches forward about that much, back about that far, swivels left and right, mostly swiveling at the top right here, not so much at this lower area, but you get a little bit of swivel. We got hip joints that kick forward that much, and you can pull the hip down like so to give it even a little more to kick up and out, so that can shift. And I know that some people have had issues of the paint scratching right here on the thighs when you kind of bend that in there. So just be careful and mindful of what you're doing so you don't scratch up that paint at all. So it does rotate at that upper thigh. We got a double jointed knee. We got rotation at the boot. We got seems to be a ball peg at the ankle, so it rolls around, goes up and down, and pivots side to side. So that's actually pretty good. So overall, I think this is a badass figure, especially if you have all the other Iron Man figures. I mean, you just get some really wicked looking lineups. And again, I am so down for an entire armory of Mezco Iron Man figures. I think that would be really dope. This guy's super awesome, and I think he is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your Iron Man comparison, here he is standing next to the two other Mezco Iron Man figures from my collection. And for even more Mezco comparison, here he is standing next to the 112 Collective Ragnarok Hulk and modern Captain America figures. And just for fun, here he is standing next to little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Mezco 112 Collective previews exclusive Stealth Iron Man. Now overall, this is just another home run figure from Mezco. I absolutely love what they've done with the Iron Man figures, and this guy is just up there with one of the best figures that I've ever played with. I freaking love this look. The stealth suit just fits perfectly. The colors, the paint apps are just so well done. An incredible sculpt with a ton of accessories and really decent articulation just make this for one badass action figure that I think you all must own. This truly might be one of my favorites of the year, but I'm calling it right now. He will definitely be in my top 10 list at some point. He's incredibly worth the price tag, and I think he is definitely a must get. So I give him a rating of 4.5 bat bombs out of 5. And if you're on Facebook, head over to my group, the Mezco 112 Collective Collectors, for all kinds of Mezco goodness. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.